The All-Ireland hurling final is traditionally one of the big sporting highlights of the year. It provides a degree of anticipation, excitement, colour and pageantry that makes it a unique sporting occasion. The unique pairing in this year's final made it even more eagerly anticipated than most. And just before the throw-in, the RTE commentator Páirtí Náisiúnta, obviously caught up in the terrific excitement, made the remark when he described it as the heartbeat of a nation. The heartbeat of a nation. His description was perfectly accurate. But what makes the All-Ireland hurling final the heartbeat of a nation? The heartbeat of the nation? The answer to that is quite simply that this was a truly Irish occasion in every sense. A uniquely Irish game played by Irishmen in Ireland, a game organised and governed by an Irish sporting organisation and controlled and supervised on the field of play by Irishmen. Furthermore, with the possible exception of a few dozen curious foreigners, the 82,000 spectators present were ordinary, genuine, salt-of-the-earth Irish people. To sum up, it was an exclusively Irish occasion, and it was its very exclusivity that made it the heartbeat of the nation. The people in Croke Park on that Sunday didn't need pieces of paper to prove their Irishness. They didn't need interpreters, they didn't need integration programmes, and they didn't need lobby groups or NGOs campaigning on their behalf to remain in the country. They didn't need to be labelled the new Irish. They were the Irish, full stop. And it was this fact, the exclusively Irish nature of the occasion, that made it the heartbeat of a nation. But Páirtí Náisiúnta was not the first commentator to describe the All-Ireland hurling final in such terms. I'm old enough to remember when the legendary commentator Micheál O'Hare used to call the All-Ireland hurling final day Lán an Gael, the day of the Irish. But for how long will this be allowed to continue before the PC liberal left lobby decide that all major Irish sporting and cultural events, including GAA finals, must become more diverse and inclusive in order to reflect what they regard as the new modern multicultural Ireland? This will be achieved by forcing the GAA and similar organisations to include the quote, new Irish unquote in a prominent capacity in all major events. Make no mistake about it, there are a considerable number of powerful, well-funded individuals, politicians, lobby groups, NGOs, etc., who are hell-bent on achieving this type of scenario across all sectors of Irish society. These people have an absolute hatred of anything that represents or reflects a homogeneous Irish society based on traditional morals and values. The destruction of this type of society and its replacement with a multicultural, fragmented mishmash is their primary aim. They have counterparts throughout most of Europe with similar aims. Unfortunately, they have access to vast amounts of funding, resources and media support. A favourite tactic of theirs is to demand the withdrawal of government fundings to organisations who don't comply with their wishes. From sad experience, we know that our useless, spineless politicians are only too ready to acquiesce with the wishes of the powerful, liberal, so-called progressive lobby groups. One of the sacrosanct core values being relentlessly preached by those who are hell-bent on the destruction of our nation is that of inclusiveness. I believe that inclusiveness in many ways can be a toxic doctrine, a doctrine of destruction from a nationalist viewpoint. What I believe we must do to counteract this, the inclusiveness mindset, is to steadfastly and unapologetically promote the opposite principle, that of exclusion, and to use this principle ruthlessly, if necessary, against anyone or anything that poses a threat to the Irish nation and to the continued existence of an ethnically homogeneous Irish society. In every single instance that demands it, but especially in relation to immigration, a policy of strict exclusion must be applied. And in the context of using it to protect the Irish nation and society, exclusion must be regarded as a virtue, not a fault.